Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mriganko Datta, Assistant Professor, School of Management. Welcome to In Depth. Fashion designing, or like the way we like to call it, BSc in Fashion Design and Management. It is one of the premier courses here at Inspira Knowledge Campus, where our students learn the simple essence of farm to fabric. Fashion designing, it is one of the creative courses where an individual gets the chance or the opportunities to transform their creativity from their imagination to the real piece. So today we're just going to get a little bit insights where we're going to talk to the faculty as well as the students and understand what is it that they're learning here and how does it make them ready for the industry. So in fashion designing and management, we have two aspects that the kids actually take into consideration here at Inspira Knowledge Campus. One of them is the creative aspect and the other is the managerial aspect. So today we have with us here Assistant Professor of Fashion Designing and Management, Mrs. Deepika Bansal. Hello ma'am, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we're going to learn a little bit about the creative aspect of fashion designing. So ma'am, my first question to you would be, what is it that the kids are learning here in the practicals? As we can see that the kids are all learning, they're doing something or the other. What are the things that the kids are learning in this 3-year course of fashion designing and management?
Yeah, so as you just said, like we have two aspects in fashion designing. The one is the creative and the other is the managerial aspect. So right now I would be speaking about the creative aspects. In this course, this is a 4-year course from this year. So in this course they would be learning about different illustrations, how to do the fashion illustrations. Then they have the sketching part. Then they learn about the paintings. Then they learn about the color combinations, the color harmonies, and they're very, we say about the color harmonies, they're very much necessary in our daily life also, and for the other areas also, if you say for the graphic designing, or if you go into the computer applications and all, photography you can say, because everywhere it's the play of all colors. We say the colors add spice to our life. So this, and then more they learn about the fashion illustration, the crookies, how to make the crookies. Then also we have in this about the garment construction, what are the different techniques of garment construction, how the simple looking garment can be stylized. Then there they play the role of the fashion stylist, how to style a particular person, or you can say how to be fashion conscious also at the same time, how to be fashion trendy also. And a bigger aspect I can add in this, like a fashion stylist is the one like whatever you are wearing, okay, so just giving it a twist. Sometimes the body illusions are carried out, brought out, like we are not comfortable with all type of clothes. We as a layman, we don't know what kind of a clothing would be suiting us, what kind of a fabric would be best for our body type. So a fashion student is the one after this like course, he will be learning all these skills in this, how to get the best out of the people, how to style them the best, what would be the best looking thing on their body types. Then all this is all about fashion, and yes, the computer aspect of this. They learn about the CAD designing is there in this, whatever the photo illustrator, Photoshop, then the Illustrator. They also learn on the computers how to create the designs on the computer. Then pattern making they learn, the draping they learn. So it's a very vast subject, and there are different skills which they can use after completing their 4-degree course into different professions also. So they have a lot in this particular course, and they can choose out what profession they want to finally follow as a fashion designer.
Right, right. Thank you so much, ma'am. So my next question to you would be, like, somewhere I had heard this, that a fashion designing student can become a graphic designer but a graphic designer cannot be a fashion designing student or something like that. Correct me if
Yes,
I'm wrong.
yes,
Right.
yes.
So I just wanted to know, ma'am, like what are the different avenues that, because you, when you mentioned, you were mentioning Photo Illustrator, you were mentioning CAD, and these are some terms that we are familiar with. And whenever you say all these things, we think that these are a little bit inclined towards graphic designing. So I just wanted to know, what are the avenues for the kids who are studying here in fashion designing and management? What are the avenues for them, like for future?
Yeah, if a student is really passionate about the creative aspect of fashion designing, so there are a lot of things that one can do after completing this. First of all, like he can be a fashion illustrator. Okay, he can join some companies, and today the companies, they all need the brands. Everyone is like, they want the fashion. If you see the big fashion houses or the fashion designers, they all want the fashion illustrators, because they are the one who bring out the new designs, the new trendy designs. And yes, if it gets a hit, any one of the design get hits, it becomes a trend with the masses. So that's there. Then you can be a fashion photographer. Okay, you can be a fashion makeup artist. Now the makeup artists are many, but then when we give the fashion themes and all, so there, the concept about makeup completely changes. You have to follow the theme. Otherwise, if you are going to a party, you can do a subtle makeup at goes, or if you are some style of makeup, if you like, you can just go with that. But when we follow the fashion themes, the whole makeup is on that. So like if you go for a Barbie theme, then we have to give the theme according the makeup is on the theme. So a fashion designer completing the course, he can be a fashion illustrator, he can be a fashion pattern maker. The companies, now we have different segregations in the companies. A fashion pattern maker is not a garment constructor. Okay, a garment constructor is totally different from the from the pattern maker. Pattern maker is the one who has to develop a pattern for the garment to be stitched later.
Right.
Okay, so he can be those. The students can come up with those avenues there. They can be a fashion pattern maker. They can be the graders. If you go to the market, if you want some kind of a fabric for you buy a dress, later on you just put on weight, or you just want to give it a twist, you want to shorten the dress or something. So that is called as grading in the fashion language. So you can be the fashion graders, then fashion pattern makers, and the fashion garment constructors are there. Then there are also many other, you can be the textile designers. Yes, the textile designers are very different from the fashion designers. The textile designers are the one who just play with the fabric.
Right.
Whatever the small print, there's a small print on your shirt also. So this is also a work of a textile designer.
Okay.
Now there are different techniques like screen printing, tie and dye, the fabric embellishment techniques, the embroidery. So all these things, they are collectively into they are the traits of a textile designer in fashion. So when we talk about fashion, a textile designer and a fashion designer, they go hand in hand. But yes, because we have to give them the knowledge of the fabric first, how a fabric is made, what are the different prints a fabric can have. If you know it, we know that not all prints are suitable for a person. Some like bold prints, and some like small dainty prints, or some like the narrow prints.
Right.
So those works, what kind of a print we should get and what technique should be used. Now all the prints cannot be done. Common people must be knowing about the fabric painting. That's where you just use a brush and you take the fabric and you do the painting over it. It may be, but there are certain strokes which are used in that. That is what a fashion designer must be knowing it. So that's a technique of fashion fabric embellishment also. So these are the aspects after completing your course. You in the creative aspects, after completing your course, you can accept these jobs.
So from whatever you just said, like, I get a very good picture about how fashion designing in itself, it is a very vast field, because you have a lot of aspects into it, and also if you're learning fashion designing, it prepares you for other multiple roles also.
True.
Right? So my last question to you would be, ma'am, like, what are the prerequisites for a student who wants to get into fashion designing, right? Like, say if there is anybody who wants to get into fashion designing, then they have to have, like, from my understanding is, they need to have certain skills, certain prerequisites, that makes them a proper part of fashion designing? Are there any? If yes, what are those?
I wouldn't say a complete yes to it, but yes, if you have it, it's always a boon for you.
Right.
So, like I just say, even for my students also, I just say one thing: you should be a fashion passionate.
Right.
If you have passion for anything, not only fashion also, not only fashion, you can go ahead.
Correct.
Right. But yes, we look for the students who have a little sketching and the painting skills.
Right.
Because a lot of sketching and painting is involved in this. Okay, a lot of knowledge of colors is involved in this. Obviously, for the color knowledge, how to play with the colors, we are there to impart them during the course. But otherwise, if you have a little knowledge of sketching, if you're a little good in drawing, that would be a really help. But otherwise, we don't need anything in certain or in particular for being a fashion designer.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your
Thank
time.
you.
I'll let you be with the class because I see that there's a
Yeah.
class going on. So I'll let
Yeah.
you go back to the students while we talk a little bit more about how does, now that you spoke about the creative aspect of it, and how does the creative aspect help students as to what are the different areas where they can be, what are the different things that they can do, and what are the different things that they learn as far as the creative aspect is concerned. Now we'll talk a little bit, we'll deep dive a little bit into what are the other aspects, like the managerial aspects, where you are made ready to take up certain job positions which probably is not that creative but needs a lot of managerial skills
True,
as well.
true.
So we'll just go a little bit deep dive into that. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Pleasure.
So in conversation with one of our students, one of our bright students, Kritika Pradhan, and hi Kritika.
Hello, sir.
I just want to know that what are your future plans after completing this graduation course?
Actually, sir, I have two plans. Either I will open my own boutique or else I'll open my own cafe. As for the boutique, I thought after completing my bachelor's in fashion designing and management, I will like to do my master's in designing. And then after doing the graduation, I will apply on a company where I can work as design assistant. And then after few years, when I think I have gained enough knowledge and experience and money, I will open my own boutique.
You'll open your own boutique.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and what about that cafe that you're talking about? But I was
Sir,
really interested about that.
yeah. So when the plans I have made didn't work, I'll open my own cafe.
Oh, when all your plans don't work, you'll
Yeah.
open a cafe. Okay,
Yeah.
and what says that plan is going to work?
Yes, sir.
What says that plan is going to work? No idea. Alright, okay, Kritika, very well done. So this is Kritika, who has a lot of plans about what she's going to do, but I'm really glad that you know what you do, what you want to do, and just one advice, that is, do what you love.
Yes, sir.
Alright, thank you so much, Kritika. You can go ahead and keep doing whatever it is that you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
So this, ladies and gentlemen, was our take at one of the premier courses here at Inspira Knowledge Campus, where we got to learn about what are the different aspects of the curriculum that is adhered to here at Inspira Knowledge Campus, and what are the different skills that the kids are learning here. Also, what are the various career opportunities that the students have after completing a course here at Inspira Knowledge Campus. So this is me, Mriganko Datta, Assistant Professor of School of Management, signing off, and I'll see you around in the next video.